the opponents of assisted dying, and by which I mean people who are possessed of a very bad and incurable illness, and who, of their own free will, asked to die, come up with all kinds of arguments against it, of how it can go wrong. And they are and as I said to a journalist earlier today, the trouble with the press is that it believes in balance, and that's fine. People like me talk about assisted dying, and we explain things and go through things and point out that it's done here and so forth, and these are the things, this is how it's done, and they nod, and then they go to see the people who are on the other side, who say, and this is really true, death squads. And I met a journalist that said that, and I said, when I talk about something like assisted dying, I expect journalists to pummel me a bit, to get the facts out so that I'm on my toes. But I expect that the other side should be pummeled a bit. And I said, why did you say to the person, exactly how do you think that a modern, stable democracy goes from assisted suicide to the burning of elderly ladies in the furnace, which is what death squads would appear to mean? Why did you not ask the person to clarify that? And I said, oh, well, no. And I thought, you don't deserve to be a journalist. And the press seemed to cower away from actually asking those questions, as if you shouldn't, because God might be in there somewhere, and he wouldn't like it very much. There's my laugh. And so, I would like parity of interrogation. Both sides should be asked to explain exactly what they mean. And as I say, several perfectly decent democracies, not known for being stupid or unkind, have been running assisted death for some time now. And I think the Holland and Belgian version is a very good one. So what you should do about it, you should say to the government, why are you holding out against this? And the moment they mention God, then you should actually revolt. Because let me be quite clear. I've spent quite a lot of money recently helping to renovate a small church near where I live. And I get on very well with the Christians there. And the Church of England, well, I don't go to any church at all and never have done, but the church I don't go to is the Church of England. I wouldn't not go to any other church. Because I kind of because I was looking at the guys coming out of it one time, and I thought, I think I know why I like these people. What they have discovered is what I call Jesus light, which is this. My dad seemed to think like this. Jesus, decent bloke, said a lot of good things, look after other people, look after your parents, don't steal, and generally be a good citizen. And in this he was echoing wise men of every culture, speaking in, as it were, slightly different ways, all through history. And they have the people who believe in what I call Jesus light grasp that, even if they don't think of it like that. and live their lives like that, like my parents did. And they know that we should be excellent to one another. Which actually, a phrase which uttered by a couple of mop heads actually is well within the tradition. I'm not certain about playing the guitar, but being excellent with one another is okay. And people are happy with that. What they don't like is God used as a hammer, God telling you shouldn't do this. I don't know what the position is with homosexuality here. Heavens, Betsy, I've been to the Mardi Gras. Along with the bloke that didn't understand exactly how it worked. Yeah? Some of these Australians, big girls, aren't they? And the thing is that when I was a kid, a big fuss was made about homosexuals, and up to for quite a long time. Now you can't move for the buggers, and it doesn't matter. Because, they wander around like real people and nothing happens. They keep themselves to themselves, as it were, and you cannot work in the entertainment industry and not get on with gays. And what happens is, the world always cleans itself up, and the generations stream away, and so there are changes. And a generation is growing up which homosexuality is something that happens. It's normal, and yesterday was normal, and yesterday goes on being normal, and a bit at a time. And I think I say this in one of the books and the stories. Yes, it's to do with Coombe Valley. As the days pass, being normal, so they become normal. And people think, they did that in those days?